7 reasons I love being a US citizen. My friends, I'm super excited for this one. I know how much Lawrence loves America, but before we go into that, let me ask you for one thing. If you can leave a like, thank you so much. It's the best way to show support. Now, if you can subscribe, well, in that case, forget about it. You make my day. Have that in consideration. Link for the original video in my description, and let's play it. Oh man, YouTube is paying well. Okay.
Oh, my knees. 8 months ago, I became a citizen of the United States, and I've been thinking about during that.
Oh, my friends, I'm so happy for him actually, because you know what? I'm always happy when someone that loves America becomes official American, because at the end of the day, a lot of you guys tell me, André, being an American is a state of mind. But at the end of the day, having the legal documents is also quite important. So congrats, Lawrence.
That time, so much has happened, right? I've moved into my first American house, I bought a dog, and I've just generally been snowed under with stuff. And so I haven't really had a time to contemplate the fact that I am in fact an American citizen. But now, with that sort of time and with that reflection, comes a video in which I talk about the things that I love about being an American citizen. And it just happens that I've made a list. I have 7 things I want to talk to you fine ladies and gentlemen about today. So if you are new to this channel and you love all things British versus American and you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my channel, do that now.
Okay, my friends, do it for me, but I'm going to do a couple of predictions. I'm trying to imagine if I was American. Now, you guys send me the papers, and you are official an American. What would be the thing that I would love about that? I guess I would love all the... In America, you guys protect a lot of free speech. I believe it's one of the countries that protects that the most. And I would feel a bit more protected if I was an American. Now, I'm not saying anything against my country, by the way. I just think Americans are... that's also in the Constitution, right? So I would say that... Actually, let's go with that. I think freedom overall is the word that I associate the most with America. And if I was American, probably that's what I would be so proud.
And if you are new around here, you're not going to know my backstory and how I became a citizen of the United States. So wait.
And actually, talking about freedom, I would also feel very protected with the crazy military that you guys have. Yeah.
Until the end of this video, and I'll point you to another video that outlines all of that. All right, and so without further ado, here are 7 reasons that I absolutely love being a US citizen.
Let's see it.
So the first thing, he says, professionally using his phone, is that being a US citizen, I think, has made it marginally easier to navigate airports. And when I say that, I don't mean...
Okay, damn. I was talking about freedom and all of that stuff, and he starts with airports. I guess, yeah, if you are an American, they are a bit easier with you, I'm assuming, and makes sense.
that I've suddenly become better at maps. I just mean that, you've got off your flight, you have to queue up with all of these sweaty people, and then you get your passport stamped by some individual on the other side of some glass. And that individual on the other side of some glass used to look me up and down. And I don't think they fancied me or anything like that. In fact, I think it was quite the opposite. I think they were suspicious of me. And so they would ask me questions. What was the nature of your visit to the United Kingdom? Why are you back in the US? What are you going to do now that you're here? What's your mother's maiden name? What's the last 4 of your social?
Yeah, they are really that... they ask that much.
Can't ask things like that, because they already have that information. And it always just felt a little uncomfortable. I know they're doing their job, there's nothing against them. It would just hold me up a bit, and all I wanted to do was go and get my luggage, get in the taxi ride, and go home. But on this most recent visit, with my newly acquired United States passport, they looked at me with stars and stripes coming out of their eyes, and they just said, yeah, welcome home, Lawrence. Go on.
That's so cute, actually. Welcome home. Imagine living in America for so many years and now they say, welcome home. I mean, that touches you, for sure.
Get your lift. We'll even call it for you. They didn't do that. That would be too useful. but they certainly gave me an impression that I was more welcome. Number 2, ID checks in general. It used to be that before I was a United States citizen, I'd whip out my lovely green card and they'd say, ooh, I don't know if we accept that here, mate. And I'd be like, yes, we do, lad, because this is a federally issued piece of identification. And also, when did you learn to call me mate? You're American. So they just simply didn't recognise it, and they'd have to go to their manager who'd come through and say, ooh, Ducky, I don't think we can accept... He was Yorkshireman for some reason. I don't think we can accept that. But now that I don't have to do that, and I can just take out 2 things. My Illinois state ID, that was always valid in these circumstances anyway. Or my new US passport. I mean, it's not something I can...
Wait, you have an ID for the state you live in? Damn, I didn't know about... Makes sense. I mean, America is so big that this actually makes a lot of sense. But I didn't know this.
Carry with me all the...
Sorry, let's run back. From what I'm understanding right now, and I think it's fair to say that his life became much easier. I mean, because there is a lot of rights, there is a lot of things that you can avoid being an American, comparing being someone that is looked as non-American, right?
2 things. My Illinois state ID, that was always valid in these circumstances anyway. Or my new US passport. I mean, it's not something I carry with me all the time, but I might start doing that just to feel good. Show us your ID. There it is. Picture of me. This is invisible. I'm not going to show you the real thing. Okay. Picture of me on the inside, date of birth, and a bald eagle to prove that I am who I say I am, and I am the nationality that you think I'm not. Number 3, voting. I haven't yet...
Oh yeah, you can vote. Oh my, okay, this is a basic right, of course, but I forgot. But there is no way you can run for president, right? To be president of America, you need to be born in America. I feel like this is one of the rules.
Had the pleasure, but I am looking forward to doing so in local and state and federal elections, partly because I want to be able to take part in the democratic process. But number 2, so that I can experience queues in America, because you don't often get to do that because there's a lower population density here compared to my homeland of Britain, where queues are a very big part of our culture. I have talked about this in a previous video, but when you are a resident of the United States, when it comes to all of those elections, you are not permitted to vote in them. So I had to watch others do it and go on Instagram with the little, ooh, look at me, I voted stickers. It's just...
Honestly, I'm not going into politics, of course, but I'm going to say something about politics that I think all Americans should be proud of. A lot of people say that, politics in America is giant. But on the other hand, when I react to politics videos, when I talk with you, I feel like no matter what side you are in, comparing with my country, a lot of you guys are really knowledgeable about politics. And trust me, some people, and this is across the entire Europe, from what I know, they don't even know what politicians control them, that are in power. It's kind of crazy. And I think it's quite different in America. And I honestly love that.
It's going to be embarrassing from me. I'll have them all over my face and my body. I will just dress up in stickers. Number 4, and this is really just tied to my desire to pretend to be an international spy. I really love the notion of having dual British-American citizenship. It's greedy in a way, although I've known people to have more than 2, and they are the real greedy ones that you need to look out for. I like having 2. It makes me feel special, until I realise it's just documentation and that's all it is. People ask me, ooh, did you keep your British passport? And when I tell them, yeah, like dual citizen, mate, they think that's the coolest thing, or at least they...
Oh, but it is, I mean, it's so cool that you have, 2 countries. I think that's amazing.
They do this face where they're like, neat, it's airs and graces. But I like it.
Honestly, I just have one, of course, as you guys know this, but if I had to add the second one, America.
Sitting in the bath at night, just relaxing like this, going, wow, I am both. Nobody can mess with me now. Nobody.
Honestly, realistic, okay, this is a really difficult question, probably, even for you, my friends, but how difficult would it be for me to become an American? I had to live in America, first of all, right? I cannot get the passport living in. No, no, no. No. I have to go to America. But I have to live how many years? 10, 5, 15? I honestly, I don't know. Because Lawrence's process was a bit different from what I understand. But maybe someone knows this and can tell me in the comments. I mean, not that I love my country, as you guys know, but I don't know. I mean, being an American sounds great.
Let's see them try. And similarly, number 5, I love telling Americans I'm American because their reaction is always great, right? I mean, I've had relatives recently who weren't even aware that I'd become a citizen, which means that they don't watch my videos, and I'm deeply hurt. But...
Oh my God, now I cannot stop thinking about that. Yes. Can you imagine me here in Portugal telling people that I'm American? That would be the coolest thing in the world.
when they do find out, they're really excited for
Oh my, I'm gonna Google what I need to do to become an American. I know I have to live in America. Oh, so difficult, right?
me, right? They
Such a
throw a
great country.
party for me again, even though I've already had one and you weren't invited to it. And it can feel special every time just to see the look on their faces. Unless they're mortified for me. Sometimes they are. They could be of the disposition that, why would you give up your British citizenship for this? See previous entry. The really good
Oh my God, no, oh my God, no. My friends, you guys may not believe, I never thought about this. Just saying that I'm an American, that's the coolest thing ever. Oh, I'm being honest, my friends. I'm gonna Google if it's that difficult. I know it sounds crazy right now, but that sounds so cool. And the thing I'm afraid is I would be a bit arrogant, honestly. You know, if I'm an American. You know, look, yeah, damn right.
good ones are the ones who are trying to patronize me, right? They say something like, what you need to know about us Americans is that we are Americans, or something like that. Of course, I'm sitting there going, I am American, and I just want to tell them, but I let them speak a bit, make fools of themselves before I reveal everything. And the look on their faces is priceless. Sometimes I wish I could film it, but for privacy reasons, I can't. Privacy reasons. Number 6, and this is a revelation, I like knowing that I'm American. I think anybody who's watched this channel for a long time will know that I've had a bit of a fixation with American culture and everything to do with it since I was about 6. And since that time, I had always dreamed of coming here, if not to live, then to visit extensively. And I've done all 7 of those things.
Oh, my friends, this is so beautiful to see. Look, I know most of the people watching right now, we have some Canadians, to be fair, but most of the people watching right now are from America. My friend, being in America is one of the coolest things in the world. It's so, so amazing. Actually, good time to ask. Can I get a like for American? For American. Can I get a like for America? But there is one thing I cannot stop thinking about watching this video. Saying that I'm an American would be the coolest thing ever here in Portugal. How difficult it is to become an American. Probably really difficult, right? Because it's so special. But maybe in the future, who knows?
I also can't count. But I did not imagine in my wildest dreams that one day I would stand before you and say, I, Lawrence Brown, am American. What do you think of that? Don't answer. So
Love that. And my friends, from what I understand, and now being very serious, you guys, when it comes to immigrants, as long they are legal, of course, you guys are so welcome. And I relate with you guys in this sense because we also have a lot of immigrants here in Portugal. That if people come and they love the country and they respect the culture, I think that's automatic. 99% of the work is done. Then there is 1% that we have to figure out. But you guys have been watching me for a long time. I feel like I respect America, right? And I mean, at least I love America and respect. Yeah, I also respect, of course. I mean, why not, right? But yeah, I mean, it's something that I have to think about.
And I do. I catch myself walking my dog, Arthur, who's also American, by the way, thinking that thought, oh my gosh, I am American. And then Hulk Hogan's entrance theme plays in my head. I'm not even joking. This is the embarrassing part. But imagine if I'm covered in I voted stickers singing that song. It's going to be quite the sight and surely be shared across the internet in a way that could expand my reach, but in ways that I don't want it to. It really feels like not a completion of my journey, because this journey is only just getting started, but it is the culmination of ideas that I had in my youth, and I'm pleased. I'm scintillated. That was a misuse of the word scintillated, but I am
I don't even know that word, but it was beautiful.
very happy, and so should you be for me. So I don't
Thank
want to
you.
tell you how to feel, but just please applaud. And number 7, and this is huge, I think becoming a US citizen has heightened my feeling of belonging here. It's not that I didn't belong before. I've always felt welcome in this country, except when I'm going through airport security. And that's great. But I think that doing away with this notion of I'm merely a resident in this country, I'm glad that's behind.
I mean, this makes more sense, and I think it's a great way to end the video because it's basically a combination of of all the things he said. Is now it feels at home, like the other guy said, "Welcome to home." It's basically that's right.
Me, because now, while I'm having those thoughts of I'm American, on top of the fact that I own my own property, it really changes how you feel about your own existence. And I think
No,
it's
of
fair to
course.
say that since I got my certificate, I've been made to feel that way by each and every one of you, except my wife's cousin Chad, who absolutely hates me. And so it simply remains for me to say thank you for joining me in
Thank you, my
2023.
friend.
I
And
hope you all have a
congrats.
fantastic new year. It's still July. Why are we... Okay, that's the wrong script. Put that back. Thanks for watching. I'm Lawrence Brown. You can follow me on Twitter or
My friends, show him all the support. I love Lawrence. I thought this video was great. I mean, I'm all about showing love to America. I don't like the mainstream thing that sometimes we see that America bad. Shut up. I mean, America is great, and I love when people also love America. And I think Lawrence loves the US. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye, my friends.